Hey guys, Mike Daniels Inc. here, back with another Spider-Man video. It's late. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I just got home from work. I decided to play Pokemon Go once I got off work. And, yeah.
Damn, Devil's Breath is gone. I should call MJ and warn her.
This is Mary Jane Watson. Please leave a detailed message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
What are you up to now, MJ?
Trouble, probably.
Standard said the demons are looking for something at GCT. But what could they possibly need here? Should probably call Peter and let him know what I'm doing. Actually, scratch that. He'd probably just tell me to go home and chain myself to my laptop. I'll just check things out quick and let him know what I find.
Yeah, when I originally recorded this episode, when I was doing the live commentary for it, I actually broke it into 2 episodes. But I decided I was going to edit it into 1, and I managed to cut it down to a significantly less amount of time. I didn't want to make this one 2 episodes because I didn't... When I originally recorded it, again, the commentary was live, so it was quite a bit different, and 2, I didn't want to, leave a cliffhanger where there wasn't needed to be a cliffhanger. Like, again, when I played this game, it was still new, so I didn't really want to spoil big things right away. And back when I was originally doing this series, I think it originally started off being every other day, kind of like it is now. And again, the game was new. I didn't want to give out too many spoilers into what happens for people who might have, wanted to watch it while they were playing the game, maybe trying to figure out how other people did it. I don't know. I don't know why I did it. Maybe it was just a recording time thing. Again, it was a year ago, so I just don't remember. But, yeah, no, I got home late from work because I was running around, driving around town and stopping at Pokestops, playing Pokemon Go to pick up Pokeballs in Pokemon Go. Don't drive and play Pokemon Go. I wasn't actually driving with it in my hand. I had it in the passenger seat, and I would stop at Pokestops and spin them and hope that no one thought I was being suspicious. I did catch a Wonder Bagon though. That was pretty cool.
Mr. Lee.
This will be easier for everyone if you remain calm and do as I say.
Police! Over here! No!
Mayor Osborne's office.
I would like to speak to Mayor Osborne.
Who's calling?
The man he is looking for.
What do you want?
I want you at Grand Central Terminal in 30 minutes. By yourself. Or there'll be more blood on your hands.
Sorry guys, it just dawned on me I recognized Martin Lee's voice. And so I'm going back.
MJ, I'm on my way. Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine. Just hurry.
Going as fast as I can. What are you doing at GCT?
I'll explain later. Listen, Lee's going to release the Devil's Breath.
You gotta get out of there.
He's not gonna do it until Norman Osborn gets here.
Wait, this must have been Lee's plan all along. Make Norman responsible by forcing him to release the Devil's Breath himself.
Sort of makes sense, in a twisted, psychotic way.
Okay, I'm here. Coming into the terminal now. Anything I should be on the lookout for?
I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
I recognize his voice, and I want to see if I recognize him from somewhere else, but I actually don't. I haven't seen anything else he's been in, except for the Old Republic, but I wouldn't have recognized him from there, because they didn't do a major voice in that game, so...
Don't worry, I'm in the ventilation system. Can you see a safe exit point?
Although he did play Sam Fisher in one of the Splinter Cell games, which I find interesting. There's your fun fact.
On my way.
Don't ask me for Splinter Cell, I honestly don't remember. Anyway, this sequence is pretty cool.
If I get any closer, the drones will spot me.
This
tablet I'm looking at, that controls the drones.
Think you can snag it?
Yes, if you can distract them and not get shot.
I'm ready. Tell me when.
I may be mistaken, but I remember Grand Central Terminal being in one of the other Spider-Man games.
I'm ready.
Incoming.
I think one of the movie-based ones that Tobey Maguire voiced. I like this area looks almost identical to one of like the PS2 Spider-Man game areas. So, but I can't remember. It's been so long if that game actually had Grand Central Terminal in it, or GCT as they call it in this game. I don't remember.
They're not gonna take me without a fight.
You'll never take me alive!
Wait!
MJ, what are you doing?
Let's all just relax.
Things not to do in a house situation.
Listen, I'm a reporter. I have a direct line to Mayor Osborn. I can help make sure he arrives on time.
How?
First, let him go.
李先生，这记者说他知道怎么找到奥斯喷。遵命。把他带到这边来，跟其他人分开。李先生马上就到。
I like this scene though because you get to see Spider-Man from a different perspective, other than his own. I can't believe I'm still wearing that costume though. I really don't like that costume. I don't know why I was still wearing it at this point. Maybe I liked it at the time. I honestly don't remember.
Can't let him see me.
But I know I don't use it long term. Because like I said, I eventually switched to the red, like I call it the Tony Stark armor, but it's not. It's not the Tony Stark armor because it's not the Infinity armor from the game or the movie. But it looks like a Spider-Man suit. I think it was used in the Death of the Spider-Man comic series, where Peter dies on Octavius' body before Octavius becomes Superior Spider-Man. I think it was used in that comic series.
Get to cover. You still got that tablet?
Yeah.
Better work fast.
Okay, I got this. Come on. Almost there.
Almost there.
I did it.
Good job. Now let's get you out of here.
What about the Devil's Breath?
I'll come back for it.
No, we're partners, remember?
Can we argue later?
If we don't help those people, they could die.
So could you. I can't let that happen.
No, I got myself into this. I'm getting myself out.
What do you mean you got yourself into this? Too many of them.
Let's start taking them out. Quietly.
That actually wasn't a death edit or a failure edit. That was something happened and I had the game paused for 5 minutes.
They're still too close.
I don't know what happened, but
Grab him.
I was cutting out a long pause there.
Take him out.
One of my friends actually really enjoyed this part of the game too. He actually told me kind of the premise of. He didn't tell me like what happened, but he told me that it was a thing that happened, and I thought it was kind of cool. I was looking forward to it because he got further in the game than I did because I was doing the recording at the time of the series, so I wasn't playing the game as fast as I normally would have been.
I'm gonna try and separate them.
So he actually beat the game, I think, long before I did.
Not exactly.
What do you mean?
I thought something might happen, but not like this.
Why didn't you tell me? I thought we were partners.
Hey, partners trust each other, Peter.
What do you mean? I trust you.
Yeah, when I'm sitting at home behind a laptop.
Oh, come on.
Can we please get back to saving the city here?
I like how they're casually talking while Spider-Man's doing this. It's comical to me. So yeah, this ends up being another one of my no failures stealth session runs, which I thought was kind of cool. Especially because if you couldn't tell by my other stealth scenes as Mary Jane, I actually really suck at these. So yeah. And I have decided I am getting the DLC for this game in the relatively near future. But I think I want to actually finish this series first, and I might actually start playing the game again before I record the DLC, just so I can kind of remember how to play it. And I know that one of the difficulties now is to beat the game in the hardest difficulty, so I might just go back and do that. Which is going to be interesting now since I suck at the game, but again, I guarantee you. Because I haven't played it in a year, but, you know. Yeah. But one of the nice things about the stealth aspect of this game, like I know I've said in the past that I'm not a huge fan of segments like this in games like this, but one thing I do like about this is that it's a stealth session, but it doesn't quite, like, I'm trying to think of how to word this. It doesn't feel long. You know what I mean? Like, there are some stealth sessions in games, or like, you know, that just feel long. And that can be for a variety of reasons. It could just be that, you know, you're just playing the game with a stealth style, therefore the game takes longer. Games like Skyrim are notorious for that. Like, you could run one dungeon as, in Skyrim, for example, you could run one dungeon as, like, a warrior with, like, a sword and shield and go through and, you know, clear the place out in one of the longer dungeons, say, you know, half an hour. Whereas a stealth character, it can take much longer than that because you have to move slower and, you know, you're more concerned about not getting caught than you are about having to just run through and just smash everybody and everything. So, but yeah, like for a stealth-based section of this game, this does not feel that long or that bad. And that's one thing I have to give credit to this game for. Now, when you're awful at it, it can take a while. But I wouldn't say I'm awful. I'm just not the best at these kind of things. I just, you know, there are some parts in here where I start thinking outside the box a little bit more because I get more used to this kind of stuff, like turning on one of the little talking is hard. One of the info screen things.
Gotta get past him.
I'm ready.
Do it.
Damn it.
Start the timer.
But don't kill the hostages, because that would just make too much sense. We've been threatening to kill the hostages the entire time. The second Spider-Man shows up, it's like, nope, not killing the hostages now.
Keep him busy. I'll take care of the Devil's Breath.
You know what you're doing?
And,
No.
again, full disclosure, I did actually cut a failure out of here, right there, for time's sake.
I see 4 wires. 2 blue ones, 1 yellow, and 1
And
red.
the reason I failed this the first time is because I couldn't figure out how to unplug the wire. Like, I for some reason, my brain was just like, I don't know how to do this. But the second time I figured it out. I figured it out from the first time, but actually had time to do it, so.
Unplug the wires from the battery. Okay, pull the first wire.
Now the second one.
I was remember panicking a lot more the first time I did this.
Timer just changed in 30 seconds.
Ah, it's a collapsing circuit.
What comes next? The fan?
Yes, then the last wire. But you have to hurry.
Okay.
Also, watching this now, I would have just been smarter to just unplug the black and the red, since I knew the red went to the battery, but whatever. Or not the battery, the, whatever it was.
I could use a little Spidey help. You ready?
Right. I'll clear a path.
Try to do it quietly.
Will do.
北边安全。
I love the trip bind webs. They're pretty cool. I didn't really start using them though until later.
The hostages will get hurt.
Like I kind of undervalued them for a long time. Like in the right situations, they're really nice. The funny thing is, watching this back now, like I see a lot of mistakes that I made that, like, if I had seen them at the time, obviously I would have done it differently.
New York.
And it's just crazy, especially like after you played the game once. Like I could have done that different, I could have done that different. That's one of the weird things about going back and watching your own gameplay. Like you always like kind of second guess what it is that you were doing. Like, why did I do it this way? You also notice some like the more like odd nuances about games. Like, how do those guys not notice the dude that's hanging there and not see me up there? Like, you're not really thinking about that when you're playing the game. Like, it's kind of like one of those things, like when you're watching a movie, you don't always think about, like, the minutia details of, like, why this happens the way it does.
He was right.
But once you're, like, going back and watching it, like, again and again, you start to see this, like, why didn't they just do it this way? Like, that would have made more sense. Like, same thing with this game. Like, now that I'm watching myself play it back, I'm like, why didn't I just do it like this? That doesn't really work for me. So, yeah, like, and here, like, you can see me, like, I'm scanning the room. Like, I forgot that's even a thing you can do. Like, I'm scanning the room for all the guys that are left.
Then it'll be safe for you to move.
And that's a mechanic I totally forgot even existed in this game for a while. And I can't remember, I think I was trying to take that guy down with the, like, by hanging him from that pole, but I don't think it would let me. That's why it took me a second to take that guy down, because I was like, it's not working.
Okay, MJ.
I like that take down the whole jump ups. Oh, okay, now I see you, and then I'll take you down. That's pretty cool. Everyone follow me through the wall. That's probably an old Robin Williams joke that you'll never get. That you actually went back and found that stand-up. Robin Williams was an amazing stand-up comedian too, for those of you who didn't know. Although he was kind of raunchy. Like, not like Bob Saget raunchy, but he was pretty raunchy.
But first, find me and kick his ass.
I feel bad for anyone who's on the wrong side of MJ. I wonder what side I'm on right now.
I know what side I like to be on, am I right? I don't know why I did that, but that's savage.
Grand Central has the largest basement in New York City.
Oh, that's funny. I want to go back. I wish I could go back and listen to my commentary, my live com, even though it was lost, just so I could see why I did that to that poor guy. That was mean.
Ah, I agree. Sure don't make them like they used to. That's old school New York gunsmith for you. Anyway, I could talk trivia all day, but I gotta stop your wingnut of a boss from destroying the city. Time to wrap this up.
Have I mentioned that I hate the rocket launcher guys in this game? They are incredibly annoying. I'd also like to know how all these enemies get access to all these like rocket launchers and heavy weapons. I mean, I guess you could argue they just steal them, but like,
plan is to use the train. Can't let him get away.
as many rocket launchers and stuff are in this game, like, or I guess think about Black Market too. But anyway, you'd think even if they were like robbing like military, like you'd think eventually they would either run out or get caught. Like it's another one of those like video game and movie things that to me is just like, I don't know, like, okay, 1 or 2 rocket launchers, like I understand where they would get like 1 or 2. Black Market's a thing, but like seriously, go back and look at how many rocket launchers you deal with on a playthrough of this game. I'm not saying go back and watch my videos. I'm just saying, like, if you own this game, play through it, and then seriously look at how many guys you deal with who have rocket launchers. By the way, that last cut was where I originally cut my last episode, so or when I did this live.
Sorry,
so
I'm late. It's kind of my thing.
This is one of my favorite fights in the entire game, by the way. I love this fight. Also, I found out a fun fact. I wasn't really aware that Negative Man was, or Martin Lee, I guess is, you know, would be what you could call him as well. I didn't realize that he was, like, a comic villain. I thought he was made specifically for this game, and I thought he was a really cool character.
Off an old debt.
But he was one of, like, the Spider-Man Rogue Gallery characters I didn't even know existed until this game. So, that, I mean, that was kind of a cool experience for me, too, discovering a new Spider-Man villain. Which, if you know my opinion on comic books, you know, Spider-Man has, like, the best rogue gallery of the Marvel comics. Like, hands down, 100%. He has the best rogue gallery. And I think DC overall has a better rogue gallery than Marvel, but their heroes are kind of meh compared to Marvel's. But, you know, even when I really think about that, though, like, outside of Batman's rogue gallery, like, I don't really even really acknowledge a lot of DC villains. I mean, I like Lex Luthor, but I hate Superman. Like, I cannot stand Superman. I think he's a garbage superhero. Not quite to the point of, like, Reed Richards, who's also a garbage superhero, or Ant-Man, who's even more garbage superhero, probably most garbage of all superheroes. But, I guess...
His guard's down.
Like, I don't know. I could probably, honestly, name more DC villains than superheroes, though. I don't think I can do that for Marvel. Like, I don't think I could name more Marvel villains than superheroes. But I'm not gonna try. that's just where I'm gonna leave that. I mean, maybe someday, if this video, you know, blows up, which I'm sure it won't, but if it did blow up and there was like a sudden demand of, let's see how many superheroes and supervillains you can name in so much time, specifically from DC and Marvel, like, it would be interesting to see, like, what I can do. I might embarrass myself, though, because I kind of fancy myself a comic book nerd.
Help you, Martin.
But sometimes I surprise myself with how little I know. And yes, I cut out a death right there. Again, it was more of a time thing, because this is running 33 minutes. I didn't want it to be a 40-minute long episode like some of my Minecraft ones were. Yeah, this boss fight's pretty cool. Like, I rather enjoyed this boss fight. Once I figured out, like, how to tell which one he was going to use, which, as you can tell, I still kind of sucked at once it came down to it.
I don't want to hurt you! There's nothing to hurt me! Not anymore!
Well, that was a shocking ending. Am I right? Come on. I'll see myself
No breaks? No problem.
This is probably my favorite reference in the entire game, by the way, is this reference right here.
That totally worked last time. Yuri, they still doing construction on 42nd and 1st?
Street's closed for another month. Why?
You might regret asking that question. Also, I think the physics of this particular part are wrong. I'm just gonna say that. I think it's wrong. I don't think that's what would have happened. I'm pretty sure the train's weight would have just pushed the rails back down. It might have slowed the train down, but I don't think it would have stopped it like that.
Prison.
Yeah, you do that, Goon Squad. I sure hope nothing happens to it. That'd be a shame for all the work I put in this game to save that thing.
This is Mary Jane Watson. Please leave a detailed message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Hey, it's me. Let me know when you want to talk.
phone conversations I've had.
Texting isn't talking?
I said that before too.
No, not that kind of over! Please say no, please say no. Huh. Okay.
Where was his phone?
And not okay. What is there to figure out? Oh, you think?
I hate those conversations.
Great.
I ended up cutting out a couple side missions right here, by the way. I got kind of tired of showing them.
You did it. Lee's off to the raft.
I figured it
Devil's Breath
was
is safe
not
and
necessarily
stable.
such a show.
How do you feel?
How do I feel?
It felt like filler to me,
How
and
much time do you have?
I was really thinking if I was
Not much.
watching a YouTuber, would I want to see that? And the answer was no. No, I
But I
don't.
just
So,
wanted to say, good job.
Thanks, Yuri. I kinda needed that.
we are indeed going to cut some side missions right here.
All this time with Lee, I've been ignoring the city. It's time to get back to being a friendly neighborhood Spidey. Hello? Parker! Just in time to celebrate.
Aim. That can't be a good thing.
Wait. Where are the arms? Oh, wow. So cool. But how did you...
Intracranial neural network. Neurotransmission speeds under 1 nanosecond. Faster than signals travel inside the brain. Never mind to an external prosthesis. We did it, Peter. No one can take this away from us.
Amazing.
And your work on the neural web was the key.
But we haven't even tested it yet. There's so much we don't know.
It works beautifully. Come on, take a look.
This is impressive. Little error, though.
And once again, we're going to speed through this. But yeah, like, this is the point in the game when I realized this game was going to take a totally different direction than I thought it was. I thought for sure that Lee was going to be the big bad. And it turns out he's not. And I'm actually okay with that.
No, this is worse than I thought.
Especially from a guy that was never really a big fan of Doc Ock. Like, Doc Ock was fine. I never really cared for him too much. I liked Spider-Man 2, but it really wasn't for Doc Ock. I just liked that movie.
Hope that stabilized it. Damn it, the spike is cascading. I don't know if I can fix this.
And so, like, you get to this point in this game where you realize, and you guys probably, if you haven't played the game, even if you're just watching this just for the kicks, like, you probably realize, if you're a Spider-Man fan at all at this point, that it was going to be Doc. And that might be a mild spoiler if you haven't played this game or you're watching it for the story. But, I mean, at this point, it's pretty obvious what's going to happen. And, yeah, like, this game made me like Dr. Octopus, which
This is bad.
surprised me a lot, actually. Really
Doctor?
impressive.
Doctor, I've found a potential problem.
Everything has problems, Peter Parker. But fortune favors the bold. It's time to show the world what we've done.
Otto, the neural web isn't isolating your motor neurons.
It could be affecting other parts of your brain, your inhibitions, your mood. I just think we need some more tests.
We've got enough tests! For the first time in my life, I don't feel like a failure. I feel like me.
Otto, you're not a failure. But this could permanently damage your mind. Please.
Right. Right.
Don't worry. We're close.
I'll keep at it. I'll work out some bugs. Go. Go.
You sure you're okay?
Yes. Thank you, Peter. For everything.
Grand Central Terminal, where Mayor Osborne is about to address the media.
Martin Lee is now behind bars. When I make a promise to this city, I keep it. The people of New York will soon make a decision that could change the course of this city forever. So when you're casting your vote, remember what I've done. We're all safer now than we have ever been.
Liar!
Easy, Anakin.
You have no idea what you're in for.
I should check on Miles.
Hey, Pete.
Hi, Miles. I just wanted to see how you're doing with the news about Lee. Look, if you didn't want to work there anymore, May and I would understand.
I did want to quit when I heard. Then I remember what my dad used to say. A hero is just a guy who doesn't give up.
That's true, assuming he's doing the right thing. I got you that job. I'd hate for you to keep doing it if you think it's wrong.
Oh, the people here, nothing Martin Lee did is their fault. They need help and I'm helping them. I think Dad will want me to stay. I think he'd be proud.
I know he would. And Miles, I'm proud of you too. Anytime you want to talk, just call.
Thanks, Pete. Gotta go. May just gave me a list of all the supplies to get. Alright, later.
On that note, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Minecraft tomorrow. Have a good one.